She lifted her glass, eyes gleaming with cruel satisfaction. "I have an announcement," she declared, her voice cutting through the length of the birthday table like a blade. The clinking of cutlery stopped. Conversations froze mid-sentence. With a deliberate smirk meant to injure, she dropped the words. "I'm cutting you out of my will." Gasps echoed around the room, followed by nervous chuckles, then silence. Every gaze landed on me, waiting for my breakdown, expecting to see me crumble. But I didn't. Instead, I let a slow, measured smile spread across my face. "That doesn't matter anymore, Mom," I replied evenly. "Because your will holds nothing I need." For the first time that evening, her smirk faltered. And that was only the beginning. There was a time I worshipped her. As a child, she seemed indestructible, a fortress I longed to be sheltered in. I lived for her approval. It was like air to me. But her affection was never free. It came only when I succeeded in ways that made her look superior. The moment I chose my own path, when I dared to stop being her reflection, the mask slipped. Suddenly I was branded ungrateful. A shame. A failure. She used those words like blades, carving them into me until silence became my only shield. Her betrayal wasn't a sudden strike. It was a slow erosion. I started noticing the favoritism. My siblings were coddled, indulged, while I faced only her icy judgment. My achievements were brushed aside, yet my flaws were paraded. The truth burned into me the day I overheard her on the phone with my aunt. "She'll never measure up," she scoffed. "Not like the others. I don't even intend to leave her anything." It was never about the money. It was about her verdict, that I was disposable. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I began to plan. I played the role she had scripted for me, the quiet disappointment, the outcast. But in silence, I built my escape. I worked tirelessly. I saved what I earned. I invested wisely while no one was watching. While my siblings squandered their comforts, I accumulated quietly, strategically, relentlessly. And then came the turning point. I began acquiring her debts, the mortgages, the credit lines, even the medical bills she believed were untouchable. Piece by piece, I bought them all, sheltering everything under company no one connected to me. On paper, the creditors were nameless entities. In reality, I held every thread of her financial future in my hands. She had no idea. Not until tonight. So, when she stood at her birthday dinner, glass raised, waiting to see me broken, I was already prepared. "I'm cutting you out of the will," she announced again, savoring the words. Her grin widened, anticipating my ruin. But instead, I leaned back and said calmly, "That doesn't matter anymore, Mom. Because your will holds nothing I need." Confusion spread across the table. My siblings frowned. My mother's eyes narrowed into slits. "And what exactly is that supposed to mean?" she snapped. Without a word, I slid an envelope across the tablecloth. "Read." She opened it. The blood drained from her face. Inside were mortgage agreements, loan documents, deeds, every one bearing her signature, now under my ownership. "You," she whispered. "Yes," I cut in, steady. "Every debt you carry belongs to me now." "You want me cut from your will? Fine. But everything you thought you'd leave behind already belongs to me." A collective gasp swept the room. My brother dropped his fork with a clatter. My sister stared, mouth open, hands trembling as she tried to process the papers in front of her. This can't be real," my mother stammered. "It's very real," I said softly. "Check the filings. Check the courts. You're not just losing control, Mom, you're already in my control." Silence consumed the room. For the first time, she had no weapon, no smirk, no sharp words. I looked her straight in the eye. "You wanted to erase me. Instead, you erased yourself. You don't own this house. You don't own your future." "I do." Her voice cracked. You wouldn't throw your own mother out." I tilted my head, my tone precise, calm. "Family doesn't humiliate each other in public. Family doesn't discard their child at a birthday dinner. But you did. So tell me, why should I show mercy?" Her glass slipped from her trembling hand, shattering on the floor. I stood. "This dinner is over." And I walked away, leaving her shaking, my siblings frozen, the weight of truth heavy in every corner of that dining room. Looking back now, I feel no guilt. For years, she believed she was untouchable, that her words defined my worth, that her will dictated my value. But worth isn't written in inheritance papers. Worth is built in silence, in persistence, in what you create when no one believes in you. I built freedom. I built power. I built control. And when the moment arrived, I revealed it with the calm she never possessed. So when I smiled that night and said, "That doesn't matter anymore, Mom, because your will has nothing I need," it wasn't rebellion. It was justice.